Star Wars money makes the world go round, and Episode 1 is a wrap again. It's Wednesday, August 17th, and you'll hear about those stories and more this week in Star Wars. This Week in Star Wars is your source for new and noteworthy developments from the galaxy far, far away. I'm your host, Matt Fox, and now, this week's lead stories. The tiny island quasi-nation of Niue, which none of you ever heard about until last week, is a protectorate of New Zealand residing somewhere to the northeast of that island nation. It is also now known for being the first country to produce, or have produced on its behalf, official legal currency bearing Star Wars images. Niue, whose name translates to Behold the Coconut in their own language, have 3 different products available for pre-order at thenewzealandmint.com. One set features 4 1-ounce silver coins featuring images of Darth Vader, the Emperor, the second Death Star, and a Stormtrooper. It retails for $393 and will come shipped in a Darth Vader displayable collector case. For light side fans, there is a similar set for the same price in a Millennium Falcon case featuring images of Luke and Leia, C-3PO and R2, Obi-Wan and Yoda, and Han Solo and Chewbacca. The other offering from the Mint are 10 base metal coins available individually featuring different characters from the original trilogy. The website claims that this is the first of apparently 4 series, as there will ultimately be 40 coins in the set, and a 40-coin holder will be available for order shortly. The retail price for these coins is $19.70 US. They are available for pre-order with an estimated delivery date of November. Be aware that the images available at newzealandmint.com are mock-up artwork, and the actual coins may not look anything like the advertising.
Straight cash, homie.
The first Star Wars film being converted to 3D for re-release is Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which will hit theaters on February 10th of next year. But, according to bleedingcool.com, the film is done and has received Lucas's official blessing. This is according to an interview with Matt Bristow, the head of production at Prime Focus, a 3D conversion house which is overseeing the film's conversion to the third dimension. More imminent on the horizon is the release of the Star Wars saga on Blu-ray, which is now less than 1 month away. In anticipation, Lucasfilm has released a second new trailer, which is available at the StarWars.com website as well as on the Yahoo website, which features additional scenes amounting to about a split second. Maybe that will content you until the set's actual release date, which is slated for September 16th. However, if you were planning on a high-def release date marathon, you may be taking an hour break. It was announced this week that Season 4 of The Clone Wars, subtitled Battle Lines, will also debut on September 16th with a special 1-hour episode. Taken in conjunction with the aforementioned Blu-ray release, as well as the planned release of the Star Wars Padawan Menace Lego mini-movie, September 16th is shaping up to be quite the unofficial Star Wars Day. Until that date, however, if you live in California, 2 upcoming events are available to hold you over and to satisfy your Star Wars fix. The first is a art show in Los Angeles, Art from a Galaxy Far, Far Away, which features Star Wars-inspired art by Randy Martinez and Denise Vasquez. It is at the Hold Up Art Gallery and begins this weekend, August 20th, and will run through, conveniently, September 15th. It is open to the public, and details are available at the Hold Up Art Gallery website. If you live in the northern half of the Golden State, however, your special event is Star Wars Day at AT&T Park on September 4th. See the San Francisco Giants play the Arizona Diamondbacks in a thrilling pennant race showdown, and you will also receive a special carbonite blocked memorabilia piece featuring Brian Wilson, the Giants' all-star reliever, Han Solo on another side, and a logo on a third side. After the game, there will be a special showing of The Empire Strikes Back on the field. There's a costume party and other Star Wars-related entertainment. Details are available on the San Francisco Giants website, sfgiants.com. New Star Wars product continues to hit the shelves coast to coast at all of the major retailers. According to numerous reports, this also includes 3 new waves of Clone War figures, including the long-awaited Savage Opress figure in 2 different outfits, as well as the first animated version of Chewbacca. If you have shopping to do at HasbroToyShop.com, they are running a special. With a $10 purchase, you will receive a free Star Wars figure. Details are available at HasbroToyShop.com, although you don't get to choose which figure you get. This week's comic releases consist of Knight Errant number 6. However, there are 2 different covers, so choose wisely. Also available this week from Dark Horse's Star Wars Omnibus A Long Time Ago Volume 4, which continues the republication of the classic Marvel Star Wars titles from the 70s and 80s. This issue includes classic Star Wars number 68 through 82, as well as the adaptation of Return of the Jedi. Last week saw the publication of the penultimate volume of the Fate of the Jedi series, Ascension by Christy Golden. If you have fallen behind, you now have 8 months to catch up before the final volume of the series, Apocalypse by Troy Denning, is published on April 3rd of next year. And in video game news this week, Star Wars The Old Republic continues its long slog towards release. Publisher BioWare announced this week that guild testing has begun. The program will allow active guilds who have registered with the BioWare website to game test the guild system from the MMORPG, whose release is expected sometime this decade. Additional details are available on the BioWare website, as well as at massively.com. So what's going on at LucasArts? Step back for a minute. There are no big console video games coming out. Now, I know there's the Old Republic MMORPG, but I'm going to set that one aside because, let's face it, RPGs are something of a niche game, and it's only going to be available on PC. Not even Mac, just PC. I'm talking about console games. Now, I know there's the Kinect Star Wars coming out for the Xbox, which will allow us supposedly to sort of be like Jedi or Rancor or whatever, but that's sort of gimmicky. It may turn out to be great, but we don't really know yet. I'm talking about things like Battlefront 3, the Republic Commando sequel, maybe a reinvention of the X-Wing series, or another Dark Forces game, something that made Star Wars console gaming something worth taking note of in the 90s and in the aughts. The thing is, there's absolutely nothing on the horizon that we know about. And there hasn't been anything, discounting Lego Star Wars, since The Force Unleashed 2, and that was a long time ago. So Battlefront 3, pretty please? And that was This Week in Star Wars. Join us again next week for more news, notes, and developments from the galaxy far, far away. Visit our website, www.thisweekinstarwars.com, or if you're in a hurry, www.twisw.com. There you can find past episodes, links to some of the stories we discussed, as well as photo galleries and other interesting Star Wars-related tidbits. You can also find links to the other realms of the This Week in Star Wars media empire, including our breaking news Twitter feed, our Facebook page, as well as links to email addresses where you can contact the show. If you have questions or comments or news suggestions, we encourage you to contact us at host@thisweekinstarwars.com. Help us grow the community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive review at iTunes. You've been listening to This Week in Star Wars. We troll the web so you don't have to.
This Week in Star Wars is not affiliated with Lucasfilm, its subsidiaries, or any other entity mentioned in this podcast. Star Wars, its characters, and creations are the property of Lucasfilm. All other trademarks are property of their respective trademark owners. This Week in Star Wars is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. This podcast is copyright 2010 This Week in Star Wars. Invaluable technical assistance provided by WebStorm Interactive. News, comments, and questions can be directed to host at thisweekinstarwars.com. More information, links to stories presented, past episodes, and additional contact information are available at www.thisweekinstarwars.com.
This show is terrible, and I'm really happy.